Take a deep breath. The oxygen you just inhaled might have drifted through ancient forests, passed through dinosaurs, or rested in oceans billions of years ago. The calcium in your bones was once locked inside mountains, and the iron in your blood was forged in dying stars. None of your atoms began their journey as you. So how did these ordinary elements come together to create a human being? Atoms don't think. They don't make plans, and they don't know where they're going. An atom can spend millions of years trapped deep inside a cold rock. Then it might flow into the vast ocean, get absorbed by a growing plant, be eaten by an animal, and eventually become a part of you. The atoms themselves never changed, only their arrangement did. But who or what keeps rearranging them? To answer that, we go back nearly 13.8 billion years. The early universe was astonishingly simple. There were no planets, oceans, or life, just hydrogen and helium. Then, gravity slowly pulled enormous clouds of gas together. The pressure became so intense that the first stars ignited. Deep inside those stars, new elements were born. Carbon, oxygen, nitrogen, and iron. The very atoms that form your body today. But those atoms were trapped deep inside the stars. When massive stars exploded in violent supernovas, they scattered those newly created elements across the vast universe. Those atoms drifted through cold space for millions, sometimes billions of years. Eventually, some became part of planets, oceans, and mountains, including the very atoms inside you right now. But Earth was still lifeless. So what happened next? Science tells us that atoms simply obey the laws of physics. They naturally bond, forming simple molecules. Over time, those molecules collided with others, creating increasingly complex structures. While most of these reactions led absolutely nowhere, for hundreds of millions of years, Earth remained one giant chemistry experiment. Then something extraordinary happened. One unique collection of molecules gained the ability to replicate itself, and that single event changed everything. Once something could copy itself, tiny mistakes began to appear. Most of these mistakes disappeared, but occasionally a random change made a copy better at surviving. Those successful copies became much more common, and then the entire process repeated again and again. For nearly 4 billion years, simple cells evolved into complex organisms, plants, animals, and eventually human beings. It is almost as if nature was running an algorithm. But here is where the story becomes truly fascinating. Science clearly explains how evolution transforms simple organisms into complex life. Yet, one profound mystery still remains. How did lifeless matter spark into the very first living system? Was it simply basic chemistry given enough time? Are there deeper, undiscovered laws of nature at play? Or is there something else entirely? The honest answer is, we just do not know. Maybe humanity will solve this mystery, or maybe we won't. But every atom inside your body has existed for billions of years. They've been inside stars, oceans, and countless other living things. The atoms aren't extraordinary. Their arrangement is. Somehow, ordinary matter became alive. Alive became conscious, and consciousness became curious enough to ask where it came from. Perhaps that's the most beautiful mystery